your immigration question?
You know, Nest Square.
We got those thumbs up.
Yes, we did get the thumbs up. How are you?
Hi, Brad. Good, and you?
Good. What's going on?
Good. I'm calling about the Nigerian ban. I know on Tuesday you touched base on it, that people who have their application, the state might be able to get their adjustment done. What about the spouse who filed a petition for abroad?
They are definitely going to be banned unless there is a injunction by a judge. Right now, it doesn't go into effect until February 24th, I believe, or February 22nd. So if you get your visa appointment before that date, you're fine. I believe, my guess will be that there will be a lawsuit and an injunction filed against Donald Trump and the Department of Homeland Security from instituting the ban. It has not happened yet, but my guess is it will happen shortly. So there'll be months and months, a period of months and months when Nigerians still will be able to process, and then a court's going to decide, and then we'll see what happens from there. So let's see what happens, and then we have a presidential election coming up in November. So then we'll see what happens there too. So the last chapter hasn't been written in this yet.
All right. So one more question. So if this ban goes into effect, is it USCI or national visa that's going to contact the spouse of?
I don't know. I don't know what process will go through that they'll contact. But if the ban goes into effect, Nigerians have to figure out non-immigrant visas to come to America on. Those would be work visas, investor visas, student visas, that type of thing.
All right. Thank you, Brad.
All right. But don't. It's upsetting to me too. But let's not.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
It is a nightmare to people who want to be reunited with their family. It is extraordinarily unfair, and I don't want to seem like I don't care, because I do care. But what I'm saying is that the last word hasn't been written yet. So let's see how it all plays out before we all freak out.
All right. Thank you.
So
have a good night.
Hang in there. Okay. Let's go to Mike in Minneapolis. Mike.
Oh, hi, sir.
How are you?
I have two questions to ask.
Yes.
The first one is according to the new public charge rule for the consular processing, if someone have a co-sponsor, so the co-sponsor has to be related through family, or that can be anyone?
Could be anybody.
Anybody. And the second question is, my co-sponsor is making 80,000, and we are a total family member of 6. So is it going to be a negative factor?
No, that should be okay. I don't think it's a negative. I don't think it's a positive. Certainly, you're going to need to show the people who are adults who are getting green cards will need to show that job offers, that hopefully that the family can get health insurance, that type of thing.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. You're welcome. Because it's 62,000 for a family of 4 is a positive factor. So then you got to add 4,000 for each one. So a family of 8, you're not going to be positive or negative because you're going to be in that nowhere land for.
No, we are the family of 6.
I understand that 6 people, 4 people at 64 is a positive.
Okay, so we got to add 4,000.
But you're going to add 4 more people onto that. For it to be a positive for a family of 6, you're probably going to be at probably $90-something thousand. But I'm just doing the math quickly off the top of my head.
Okay.
All right.
All right, sir.
Hang in there. Much. All right. Let's go to Andrew in Queens. Andrew.
Yes, Brad. Hello?
How are you?
Brad, I'm fine, yeah. By the way, you did my case and I got my thing, all right? So you're great.
Oh, great. What was the thing I got you? Green card?
Green card, man.
All right, congratulations.
You're the best. Whatever you said happened. But here's my thing. I got it in June, right? 2018.
Right.
But I had 4 arrests. My thing is, I'm scared like hell to travel, man, because I'm hearing all this nonsense.
Well, let me ask you a question, Andrew. All of your arrests were prior to you getting your green card, I assume, right?
Yes, and 95, 96, 98,
and we disclosed all your arrests to immigration, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, so if you got your green card and all of your arrests were disclosed, go travel, you're fine.
You sure now? And by the way, I want you guys to do my citizen.
Okay, now, Andrew, mm-hmm. I am going to repeat what you said. Yes. You just said to me, Uncle Brad, everything you said came true. So now I'm telling you it's okay to travel.
Yes.
Don't got to question if Uncle Brad's telling you the truth. You already said everything I say is good. Go travel.
You are just good, man.
Thank you.
You are the best, all right?
Thank you.
Sir.
Go enjoy your trip.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Let's go to YOUSEF in Cleveland. YOUSEF. YOUSEF. Hi.
How are you today?
YOUSEF, a little more energy,
Yes.
man. Let's start again.
Great.
YOUSEF, how are you?
I'm alright. Thank you so much. My name is
YOUSEF, stop. More energy. YOUSEF, how are you, my man?
I'm alright. How are you today?
Good, much better. All right, what's going on?
Thank you so much for answering my phone. I live right now in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
I worked with U.S. Army back in my country for almost 3 years with Navy SEALs, and it was a tough job.
Were you Afghanistan?
Yes, correct.
Right.
And then, so through that process, I was able to come to the United States, and then I came here 5 years ago. And then I went back a couple times, and then I married this girl, the girl that I love. And it's been, so I applied, I filed the Form I-130 on October 30. And it's been 2017, and it's been like 3 years, and my case has been pending, and it hasn't been proved.
Yeah, because when you got your green card, under a law that was passed under Obama that allowed people who cooperated from Afghanistan, who cooperated with the U.S. military, translators and others, I assume you were a translator, to get green cards, because basically once you're cooperating with the U.S. military, your life was in danger being in Afghanistan. Now Donald Trump, he doesn't care whether your life was in danger. He doesn't care about you at all because you're from Afghanistan. You're a Muslim. So when you go to file for your wife, they're going to delay your case for years. The only thing you can do is one of two things. You can cry under your pillow, which is basically what you're doing. I want my wife. I don't know what to do. Or you can sue the government. It would be a mandamus. If your I-130 has been pending for 3 years, I would be filing a mandamus immediately. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Because right now, if you don't do it, basically, a visa delayed is a visa denied. So in essence, they're denying you right now. So you have nothing to lose by suing them and everything to gain. Get an approval. So hold on one second.
Okay, cool.
All right. Let's go to Daniel in Salt Lake, Utah. Daniel. How are you, Daniel?
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, Brad.
Good.
I'm doing good. How
Daniel is from the home of Mitt Romney, the only Republican to vote to throw Donald Trump out of office. How are you, Daniel?
I'm doing good.
All right, what's going on?
I have a very quick question. Okay.
Yes.
So I had my green card interview, and then 5 days after the interview, my sponsor withdrew. So I never got a letter from USCIS about reason why it was denied, if it was denied or not. I kept going online and it was never updated. So I tried to renew my work authorization and it came back denied.
Okay.
Reason being, I don't have any pending
So that means so basically your adjustment application was denied, but you never got notification of it, and they never updated the system. But you are denied.
Yes.
Okay. So now what do we do?
I kept on calling them until they finally sent me a denial letter and all that. So my question now is, I want to start the entire. Can I start the entire process all over?
Yes.
Like cancel everything I have pending.
You don't, Daniel. You have nothing pending. It's already been denied. Start it all over again.
Oh, okay.
File it.
All right. So my second question is, can a green card holder sponsor be a co-sponsor even if my wife is not working?
Yes. Any green card holder or U.S. citizen can be a co-sponsor.
Okay. All right. I think that's basically what I wanted to know. Thank you very much, Brad.
Be well. All right. Let's go to Natalie in Lakeland, Florida. Natalie.
Hello.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi. I have two questions.
Yes.
First, my husband petitioned for my kids, and my eldest son was 19. The petition got approved last month, and he became 20 last month as well. So what are his chances to get through before 21? Does he have a priority date or anything like that?
Your husband's a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Okay, as long as your husband's a U.S. citizen and he filed for your son but prior to the age of 21 under the Child Status Protection Act, he is under 21 for life. So, so you don't have to worry about him turning 21 and all of a sudden he won't get his green card. Don't have to freak out about that. What you want to do is make sure he gets his green card as fast as possible. It should take 12 to 18 months.
Well, it's approved last month. Do you have an idea what's the...
Well, then they should transfer the case to the National Visa Center, and then, you know, hopefully, you know, 3-4 months at the National Visa Center, and they transfer the case to the embassy for an interview.
Okay, thank you. I have another question. When my husband petitioned for me, he didn't have the 3-year tax return, so I had to get a joint sponsor.
Right.
So there is something on the form that asks if he has ever petitioned for anyone before. Should he still include me, seeing that I had to get a joint sponsor?
Yes, he did sponsor you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay. Let's go to Dawn in Fridley, Minnesota. Dawn. Dawn? 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 Dawn, Dawn, Dawn. Going once for Dawn. Going twice for Dawn. 3 times for Dawn. Adios. As they say, Vanessa.
Adios.
Adios. All right, let's go to Dammy in Minneapolis, Minnesota. A lot of people from Minnesota today. Dammy, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, good. What's going on?
I have a question about this new travel ban as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, so is my husband. And he had his green card for over 5 years now.
Right.
But he just applied for citizenship in August.
Right.
So he did his fingerprint. We're still waiting for his interview right now.
It won't affect the citizenship, this travel ban.
Okay.
All right.
But I'm asking about me because right now I'm out of status and we're waiting for him to get his citizenship to apply for my adjustment status.
Now that's a problem. We have to see how it all turns out. Okay, because if the travel ban goes into effect and the courts don't block it, it's going to be a problem for you to get a green card until the travel ban is lifted. Let's hope that doesn't happen. There's nothing we can do. You know, what we have, you know, because A, your husband's not a citizen yet, so he can't adjust your status before the travel ban goes into effect on the 24th. You're from Nigeria. You can't change that fact. So what we have to hang our hat on and hope is that good lawyers are going to sue the government and you're going to get a court to put an injunction on this whole travel ban. And hopefully, while the injunction is pending, you eventually get your green card, or even better, hopefully the courts overturn Trump's travel ban, and there's never a Nigerian travel ban to begin with. Now, if you remember, the first time Trump did the Muslim ban, it was overturned by a court. He had to do it a second time. That survived court scrutiny. We'll see what happens with this Nigerian travel ban. I don't have the answer for you yet.
Okay. If you have a couple of multiple arrests and you put in for your citizenship, and they send you your application, they accept it to go and do your fingerprint.
Steve, I'm already getting my magic 8 ball for this question. Keep going.
Right. So pretty much, do every one that's sending the form get accepted?
You're asking if you have a bunch of arrests and if you put in for your citizenship, will you get accepted? Is that the question?
Right.
What do you mean accepted?
Like if they when you send in the form, they send the form in. If they would, they send you back and they tell you to go and do your fingerprint. What I'm asking you is, even though I have multiple arrests and everyone,
even if you have multiple arrests, every person who submits a citizenship application will be fingerprinted.
Will be fingerprinted.
Correct.
Okay. And
that was your question? I can put my magic 8 ball back. Okay. Good.
Okay, I guess.
Right.
I
thought your question was going to be, I have multiple arrests. Will I become a citizen? I'm like, the magic 8 ball would know that answer.
Okay, would I be though?
All right. Let me get back to magic 8 ball. Magic 8 ball. I knew that was coming. Magic 8 ball. Steve, who I've never met before, who lives in Brooklyn, who has multiple arrests for some unknown issues. We don't know what happened with those arrests. We don't know when they were. We don't know what he was arrested for. We don't know what he was found guilty of. We don't know how long he's had a green card. We know absolutely nothing other than multiple arrests, and he filed for his citizenship, probably not very smartly, without speaking to a lawyer first. That's the one thing we do know. But he wants to know, will he become a citizen?
Right.
Says, you never know. That's what the Magic 8 Ball says. The Magic 8 Ball is generally right. Steve, I have no idea, but you should not be filing citizenship with multiple arrests until you know what the deal is. I would suggest you make an appointment. Hold on. All right. Let's go to Ahmed in Omaha, Nebraska. Ahmed.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How about you, sir?
Good, good. What's going on?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions.
Ahmed, energy. Let's go. Move it.
Yeah, my question is, I was applying for a green card 6 months ago, and I received a notice that they say you are no longer because I was applying for under my wife. She was asylee, and I received notice. They say you are no longer asylee, and if you want to submit, you can submit asylum. And I already submitted the asylum. I was getting the deportation order, but I appealed. And the court,
Ahmed, I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about. You have your own asylum case pending. Then you got married, and you were derivative on your wife's asylum case.
No, I was approved for my wife's case. I was getting I-730 approved.
All right. So what is the? Tell me what the question is. Don't go through your whole history. Just tell me what your question is.
Okay, my question is, they sent me a letter. They say that you have to submit your own asylum. And my wife,
did you get married after your wife was granted her asylum?
No, before.
Then immigration made a mistake, but she's now a citizen.
Yes, she's now a citizen.
Okay, so
I applied for the green card after the citizen, before she applied.
All right, so then you need to show me all your documents, and something screwed up somewhere. Hold on, you need a consultation. Hold on. Let's go to Lincoln in Dallas, Texas. Lincoln.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, Brad. How are you doing?
Good, good. What's going on?
Brad, I told people Brad is the best lawyer in the whole U.S.
You know what, Lincoln? I have to tell you something. You're a very, very smart man. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, with the little I know, I try to help people around me.
Thank you.
You know, but
tell me what your question is, Lincoln. I appreciate
lawyers,
it.
You are the best.
Thank you. Tell me what your question is, Lincoln.
So my question is this. I'm a Nigerian. I have advanced parole. I want to travel because my mom died. So I've already bought the ticket before I heard about the law. You know, the Donald Trump
I would travel, but I'd be back before the travel ban goes into effect. You have about 10 days.
Well, because my ticket is
Don't worry about your ticket. Don't be cheap. Don't be cheap and say, "Oh, I don't want to change my ticket." Come back before the travel ban is up. It starts, which is February 24th, but don't quote me on that. I forgot the exact date, but it's February 20-something. Come back before that date on your advanced parole. Okay? Don't be cheap. Change your ticket. That's all I can tell you.
Then I have another question, Brad. How do one go about the widow petition if the husband died a few months after they put on the I-130 and I-485?
If the I-130 and I-485 is in and the husband dies, it automatically converts to a widow petition. You just have to show the death certificate and prove it was a bona fide marriage.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Let's go to Siri. I think we've spoken to Siri before in Fremont, California. Siri.
Yeah, hi.
How are you? We've spoken with you before, right?
Yes.
All right, what's going on?
Yeah, hi. I have two questions, Brad, today. Actually, right now I'm on F1 status, so I'm not attending the school right now. My wife became a citizen today.
Great. So put in the adjustment.
Yeah, I need adjustment, right?
Yep.
So okay. And the second question is she want to apply for disemployment. Is it fine for that?
For unemployment?
Yeah.
Yes, it's okay, but you better get a good affidavit of support from a second person.
Okay. We need to get affidavit of support from the second person.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right, hold on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to, I think this is Cassandra in Queens. Cassandra.
Hello, Brad.
Hello, Cassandra. Now that's energy. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure I come with energy.
I like it. I'm gonna take your call every day, Cassandra.
Okay, thank you, Brad. I love you so much, and I love your show.
Thank you. What's going on?
Okay, Brad, I have 2 questions.
Yes.
I got a deportation order letter to go to court.
Right.
But I am married to a citizen, but I hadn't put in my I-130 or anything
Gotta
yet.
do it.
What do you think I should put in first? Because I'm financially strapped, so I want to.
You put in an I-130, but when you put in the I-130, you have to put it with a cover letter requesting. In that letter, you have to write this sentence: I am requesting a bona fide marriage exemption because I am already in removal.
Okay.
That sentence has to be in your cover letter, or it will be rejected. And in addition to that, because you are requesting what's called a bona fide marriage exemption, you have to submit with this I-130 all the evidence you have in your possession that you are in a bona fide marriage. You got to do it in advance. So all of the documentation to show you have a financial relationship, and all the documentation to show that you are living together. And then you bring that receipt to the judge when you go to the judge and say, Judge, I have an I-130 filed on a bona fide marriage exemption. Please postpone my removal till they interview me on this I-130. And then eventually you'll get your removal hearing postponed. The I-130 will get an interview. You're going to get a Stokes interview where they're going to separate you into 2 different rooms. If you pass that Stokes interview, you can then go back to the judge and say, I got the I-130 approved, and the judge will give you instructions on how to do the adjustment.
Okay, second question, Brad.
Yes.
My husband is 65, so he's on Medicaid. So can I, am I able
Medicaid or
to...
Medicare? Those are 2 different things.
Medicare.
Medicare's fine.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, Brad, I
love you! Thank you. Keep watching. She's the best, Cassandra.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Eddie in Dallas, Texas. Eddie.
Hi, Brad.
How are you? How you doing?
Good. First time on the show.
Okay. What can I do to help?
Yeah, Brad, I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
I got in here 2016, and last year I found love, and
where you from,
I got
Eddie?
married.
Where you from?
Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, so I already overstayed.
Okay.
So I'm putting in my I-130 and all the forms.
Well, we got, you and everybody else who's called from Nigeria today, you got this travel ban, but put it in now. Put in the adjustment before the travel ban goes into effect. It'll put you in a better position than if you do it after.
Okay, so does the overstay affect everything?
No, the travel ban affects it, but let's see what happens. Put in the adjustment before the travel ban goes into effect.
Sure, I will.
All
okay,
right.
Second question. My passport is also out. It's expired. So does that cause anything to you?
No, just
okay.
You should renew it, but get it in. Yes.
Okay. And I currently live with my brother, and I live in his basement. And
Do you live with your wife in the basement?
Yes,
that's fine.
Yeah, with my wife.
That's fine.
In the basement.
That's fine.
So, does my brother need to give us a letter?
Eventually, when you go on the interview, your brother would write a letter saying, my brother Eddie rents the basement from me. He lives there with my wife, and that's what it would be.
Okay, because he's also a joint sponsor.
That's fine.
Okay. And last one.
Mm-hmm.
Does the conditional remover? I'm asking for a friend. A conditional remover. The travel ban. Does the travel ban affect?
It doesn't. Travel ban does not affect conditional green card holders. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.